never be life. Life will never be the same.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Combank, for having me back at Wired for Wonder again. So the word ecstasy that you saw there represents the Sanskrit word samadhi, which literally means standing within oneself. It's the highest experience sought for in meditation. So in today's session, I hope to give you some practical, step-by-step insights into the practice of meditation and also lead you through a guided meditation so you can get an insight into it. Meditation is something that's becoming really popular in today's world, but very few people have a good understanding of what it actually is and how to approach meditation. And there's so many different traditions out there, and some legitimate and a lot very unlegitimate practices. So I hope to share some insights with you about it. The first thing to really understand about meditation is that your intention for beginning the meditation practice is what will either keep you on this path or get you off it. You know, a lot of people quite often approach me and say, you know, Dandapani, I lead an extremely chaotic life. Do you think if I started meditating in the morning for 3 or 5 minutes, will that help my life? And my answer to them is that meditation is not a sweet sauce you add to life to make it taste good. And it really isn't. You can't eat a carrot in the morning and then eat hamburgers and pizzas and drink beer throughout the day and expect to have a healthy diet. It just does not work that way, right? And that's how most people turn to meditation, as a solution to their chaotic life. And meditation is not a solution to your chaotic life. If you want to meditate and actually make progress in meditation, the first thing you need to do is actually fix your lifestyle. You need to get your lifestyle in order. Then your lifestyle supports your meditation practice. Your meditation practice becomes stronger. Then the process reverses. Then your meditation practice supports your lifestyle and makes your lifestyle really strong. But it begins with your lifestyle first, not with meditation. So what is meditation? I think that's a really good place to start with, right? Meditation is a practice of a prolonged state of concentration to bring forth new ideas, creativity, and deep spiritual experiences. To put it in simple words, meditation is really about working with the energy inside of you. We have energy coming in through the back of our head, through God or the universe or however you want to call it, coming down our spine, flowing through our nerves, flowing through our torso, our arms, through our legs, our feet, and always flowing out of us. Energy is always flowing out of us into people and to things around us. Meditation is the process of getting to know that energy, understanding that energy that's constantly flowing through us, learning how to harness that energy so we are conscious of who and what we're investing our energy in throughout the day. Being able to harness that energy, withdraw that energy, concentrate that energy on a single point of focus. So meditation is not emptying your mind. It's not clearing your mind. If any of you have ever sat down trying to clear your mind, let me tell you, it's an impossible task. You cannot clear your mind, but what you can do is focus your mind, and meditation is an extremely concentrated state of mind. So in meditation, it's crucial that there's a process and a goal. So how do you know what meditation practice you should follow? Really simple. If you come across a meditation teacher or practice, first thing you need to ask is there a process? Is there a systematic process? And is there a goal? If there's no process and there's no goal, quite likely that meditation practice is a little bit dodgy, right? It's really important because if you look at the everyday mundane things that we do in life, Most things have a process, and most things have a goal. Take having a shower, for example. We all shower. Well, hopefully we all shower every day, right? We go into the bathroom, we take our clothes off, we turn on the water, we get it to the right temperature. We get wet, we put soap on, wash the soap off, turn the water off, dry ourselves, put fresh clothes on, and we leave the bathroom, right? That's maybe about 7 or 8, 9 steps. Do we ever mix those steps up? We don't, right? We don't go stand in the shower with our clothes on, then take our clothes off, put our fresh clothes on, put soap, and then leave. No, we follow those steps, right? Putting your shoes on. We put our socks, we put our shoes on, we tie our shoelaces, right? 3-step process, and we follow that. Putting our clothes on, we put our underwear on, we put our pants on. Well, unless you're Superman, then you put your pants on and then your underwear. But he's from a different planet, so we won't get into that. But there's a process, and each of those processes has a goal, right? A very clearly defined goal. We take a shower, to be clean. We wear shoes to keep our feet clean and not step on something sharp. We wear clothes so we don't get arrested. And everything has a goal, right, in daily life. So why should meditation not have a process, and why should meditation not have a goal? Reason should not end where spirituality begins. And this is quite often the case. When people get into spirituality or get into meditation, all of a sudden they abandon reason. And this should never be the case, right? So approach meditation in a step-by-step, systematic process and a goal-oriented. It has to be goal-orientated. And in meditation, you want to work on the same goal over and over and over again. Quite often people will say, today I'm going to sit down and meditate on love. Tomorrow I'm feeling a little stressed, so I'm going to meditate on being calm. The next day I'm going to meditate on patience. The day after that on tolerance. You'll never ever make progress. Do you go to the gym and work on your right bicep today and on your left bicep tomorrow, and the day after that on your right leg, and the day after that on your left leg, and a month later come back to your right bicep? How long do you think you're right before your right bicep builds up? Probably never, right? The same way with meditation. If you're meditating on something different every day, you'll never make progress. You meditate on the same thing every single day, or at least 5 days a week, which is what I recommend, then you start to make progress. And you meditate on it till you actually attain it. It's extremely important to be unwavering in your focus. Concentration is a necessary ingredient in meditation. I hesitate to say this because so many people can't concentrate these days, but if you cannot concentrate, you cannot meditate. So if you want to learn to meditate, you need to learn to concentrate first. And you need to learn to concentrate throughout the entire day. And this needs to be part of your routine. Most people can't concentrate in today's world for 2 reasons. True, some people might have some kind of chemical imbalance that prevents them from concentrating, but most people can't concentrate for 2 reasons. 1, nobody has been taught how to concentrate. How many of you in this room have been formally trained how to concentrate in school when you were growing up? Can I see a show of hands? Like actual formal training in concentration. Nobody, right? I travel all around the world and I speak and I always ask this question. Nobody raises their hand. And if you don't learn something, and then secondly, if you don't practice it, how can you be good at it? How many of you in this room have been told to concentrate growing up? Lots, right? Just like me. I was told to concentrate on eating my food. I was told to concentrate on learning and doing my homework, but nobody told me how to. How many of you have children? How many of you tell your children to concentrate? Well, there you go, right? Do you show them how to? No, right? How do you expect them to concentrate if you don't teach them how to do it? And then if they don't practice it, there's no way they're going to be good at it, right? How do you become good at something? You practice, right? It's unending repetition. You practice and you practice and you practice. In order to be successful in meditation, you must develop unwavering focus. You must develop concentration. The best way to develop concentration is to integrate this practice into your everyday life. Make it a part of your life. How do you practice concentration? You practice concentration by doing one thing at a time. The mind cannot multitask. It switches so quickly from one thing to another, it gives you the sense that you're multitasking. So bring the practice of doing one thing at a time into your life. As an entrepreneur, I find that this is one of my greatest assets, the ability to concentrate. And here's something interesting as well, that you'll get. One of the greatest benefits of concentration is the power of observation, right? So if I go to the gym and I lift weights, what will I get? Muscle, right? If I lift weights, I will get muscle. That's the byproduct of lifting weights. If I concentrate for prolonged periods of time, the natural byproduct of that is the power of observation. What is observation? In monk language, it's the mountaintop perspective. You're on top of the mountain, you get the overview picture. So how does that translate to real life? Have you ever watched a live soccer game, for example, and with your friends at home, and you see the guy running down the soccer field with a soccer ball, and everybody in the room is going, pass it to him, and then he passes it to somebody else. How does everyone in the room react? Oh, you idiot, right? How much is that idiot getting paid? What, about $40 million a year before endorsements? Probably, right? So why did he make the wrong decision and you made the right decision? It's perspective, right? You're watching the game from the top of the stadium. You see the bigger picture and therefore make a better decision. That is what observation is. Observation is you taking your awareness to a higher state of mind that gives you a bigger, broader perspective on things. You see things in front of you, you see opportunities, you see problems that exist, but you're normally not aware of. As an entrepreneur, I find that to be one of my greatest assets. I see opportunities and I see obstacles in front of me all the time, therefore allowing me to make better decisions in my life on how to go forward. So for me, developing concentration, practicing concentration is a must. So you can integrate concentration into your everyday life. The way I suggest you do it is you find opportunities in your average day to practice concentration. What are the things that you do every day? If you live with a spouse, what a great opportunity to practice concentration. Every time you speak with your spouse, give your spouse your undivided attention. Keep your awareness on your spouse. If it drifts away, bring it back. If it drifts away, bring it back. On an average day, probably you might spend maybe 2-3 hours speaking with your spouse. That's 3 hours of practice you can clock in a day, practicing concentration. Every time you drive, practice concentration. You're traveling in a metal box going at 110 kilometers an hour, and who's in charge? Most people don't even know. How many times have you driven and got somewhere and then go, wow, I wonder how I got here? Have you ever had that experience? Isn't that scary, going at 110 kilometers an hour in a metal box and you have no idea who's in charge, right? What a great opportunity to practice concentration. And you all drive here in Australia. I live in New York, so I don't have to drive. I have my own driver. He drives the subway. So, right. You drive. What a great opportunity to practice concentration. So integrate this practice into your everyday life. It is essential to make progress in meditation. It takes tremendous amount of courage to meditate. And that is why most people aren't able to sustain a meditation practice. Because what is a meditation practice? Meditation practice is about you closing your eyes and going within yourself. And this is where the challenge begins. As soon as you start to go inside of yourself, you see so many beautiful things. And you also see so many things that are not so beautiful. And most people can handle the beautiful things, but can't handle the not so beautiful things within themselves. And therefore, after a little while, they stop meditating. The first thing you encounter in the process of meditation is your subconscious mind. What is the subconscious mind? The subconscious mind is a storehouse of every experience you've ever encountered throughout your life, whether you are conscious of it or not conscious of it. experiences that are stored in your subconscious with emotions attached to it. And we carry throughout our life these unresolved emotional experiences that we never deal with. I always ask people, I always tell people we spend so much time cleaning our homes, cleaning our front yards, our offices, our car, we clean our hair, if you have any, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your clothes. How much time do you actually spend cleaning your subconscious mind? When was the last time you actually cleaned out your subconscious? Probably not in a while, right? And this is an accumulation of experiences, and quite often unresolved emotional experiences over a long period of time. And that's the first thing you encounter when you start to meditate and go within yourself. People face their subconscious mind, they face unwholesome experiences they've had in the past, they stop meditating, and then they tell you, I used to meditate, things have gotten a little bit busy, I'm planning to get back into my practice. And that's the standard response you get from someone who's been meditating. So it takes tremendous amount of courage. What else does it take? It takes tremendous amount of self-acceptance. You have to accept you for who you are. Accepting you for who you are doesn't mean condoning these negative experiences that you have in your mind or negative behavioral traits. What it means is that you acknowledge they exist and you look at yourself as a work in progress. I look at myself as a building under construction. There's still work being done, right? People never complain about a building under construction, but everybody complains about a finished building, right? You go into a finished building, and you're like, oh, why did they put the escalator over here? It should have been over there, and this light switch should have been over there. But if it's a building under construction, people understand it's still under work in progress. So I look at myself as being under progress. Acceptance is a tremendous a quality that you want to cultivate when you meditate. Willpower is a quality that you want to cultivate as well. And you also want to cultivate unconditional love for yourself. I remember traveling in Nepal a few years ago, and I had an amazing experience of watching two young boys and one young boy express self-acceptance, love, and compassion towards another boy. And I took this photo and I wanted to share it with you. And this young boy was sitting there looking after his friend, feeding him, offering him a drink, taking such good care of him. And I thought to myself, this is an amazing experience of acceptance, compassion, and unconditional love. We not only need to express this to the people outside of us, but we also need to express it to ourselves. And most people struggle practicing this with themselves. Can you accept you for who you are? One of the most important things you need to realize on the path of meditation, that who you are right now is the sum total of your entire life. If you're 40 years old, it took 40 years to create who you are right now. It's going to take a few years to uncreate some of these behavioral patterns. It's not going to happen instantaneously. Meditation is not an instantly gratifying exercise. It's not like going to do yoga for an hour and you leave the yoga studio feeling great. You could meditate for 10 minutes and walk away and not feel anything. Meditation is almost like having a healthy diet. You eat a bowl of salad and it doesn't really make you feel so good, but if you eat healthy every week for a few months, you might start to feel different. And meditation is the same way as well. The rewards come much later on in the practice and not at the start. So it takes tremendous amount of self-acceptance, accepting you for who you are, practicing compassion with yourself as you go within and you start to see the unwholesome areas of who you are. And it takes tremendous amount of love of yourself and saying, it's okay, this is who I am. It took so many years to create me. It's going to take a few more years to uncreate this thing. I'm a work in progress, and I'm going to keep going at it. And this is so crucial in sustaining a meditation practice. I see so many people begin meditation and then end it because they don't know what they will encounter as they go in. How do you approach meditation? You approach meditation step by step. There's an old monk saying that goes, a temple made of bricks is built one brick at a time. And that's how you approach meditation. If you've never meditated before, I recommend meditating 1 minute a day. People come up to me right before New Year's and say, Dandapani, I'm going to start meditating 30 minutes every day now. My first question to them is, how often do you meditate now? How long do you meditate now? And they go, oh, I don't meditate at all. And I go like, well, that's great. That practice is going to last you all of 3 days, right? Because it's just not sustainable. If you're not sitting down quietly now to meditate, start with 1 minute a day. Do it Monday to Friday, and then go from there. Okay. What's important in a meditation practice? Creating a daily ritual. Creating a daily ritual is extremely important in a meditation practice. What's my ritual? I wake up in the morning, I answer the call of nature, I take a shower, I change my clothes, and I go straight to my meditation room. I don't update my Facebook status, I don't tweet, I don't check my emails, and then I sit down and I meditate. Once I've done with my meditation, then I interact with my wife, I check my email, I work on my business. But I do my meditation first. The best time to meditate is first thing in the morning. What's another thing? Another way to look at meditation is having an appointment with yourself, is having an appointment with your energy. It's having a meeting with your energy. We have meetings all the time, right? We have meetings in our workplace. Imagine if you ran a company without meetings, how would the company go? Not very well, right? Sports teams have meetings. But when was the last time you had a meeting with your energy? Your energy is always flowing out of you to someone or something else. When was the last time you gathered all your energy to one place and actually gathered a clear instruction? It's the same way a company would not run meetings, or a sports team would not run meetings. It would never be successful. Meditation is having a meeting with yourself. What's required in having a meeting? You need a location and you need a time. So designate a space within your home for meditation. It need only be as big as this to sit cross-legged on the floor. And if you can't sit cross-legged on the floor, you can sit on a chair with a firm surface with your spine straight, right? So that's your space that you go to meditate. You don't journal here, you don't read books here, you don't take any electronic items over here. This is a place purely for you to get to know yourself. The same way that there's a space in your home, a bathroom to do bathroom things, kitchen to do kitchen things, a living room to relax and watch TV, there needs to be a space within your home to meditate as well, if this is a practice that you want to take seriously. The best time to do it is the first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up. If you take a shower, if you need to have a cup of coffee, you can do so, have a glass of water, don't interact with anything else. Come, sit down, and spend a little time meditating in the morning. So, since the subject is vast and time is short, I'm going to lead you through a meditation process, okay? And this is also outlined in the little book, which I believe you all have, so you can always refer back to that. So, in order for you to join me in this process, I'll need all of you to, if you're holding something in your hand, I suggest, putting it on the floor so you keep your hands free. One of the most important things in meditating is to keep your spine straight. So ideally, if you can sit down without leaning back, but sit forward, keeping your spine straight, and your head gently balanced on top of your spine. That's the best way. What do you do with your hands? You put your left hand down, your right hand on top, the tips of your thumbs lightly touching one another. So one of the first signs that you're no longer concentrating is the tips of your thumbs no longer touch each other. And your spine that's straight is starting to hunch. So the guru in the monastery would walk around and look at his monks, see who's thinking about food or, other things instead of meditating. And all he had to do is just look at their hands. And if thumbs are no longer touching each other, he knows they're no longer concentrating. Okay? So that's a simple thing that you can do with your hands. So we'll sit with our spine straight, head nicely and gently balanced on top of our spine. Our eyes are closed. we take a slow, deep breath in, breathing in really slowly, and then exhaling really slowly as well. And do this at your own pace. We all have different lung capacities, so that's not a competition. Take another slow, deep breath when you're ready. And slowly exhale again. Take a slow, deep breath in. Slowly exhale. The first step in meditation is to try and feel the energy within your body. So I want you to visualize your physical body sitting here, and I want you to visualize within your body that your body is completely filled with energy. Okay, so you can visualize energy as a bright white light filling your entire physical body. Visualization is a big part of a meditation practice. So visualize the entire body filled with energy. Remember, as we talked about earlier, meditation is the process of harnessing and getting to know energy, harnessing it, withdrawing it to a central location. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this in a systematic process. So try, now that you're visualizing energy inside of your body, try to feel energy. And if you can't feel energy, try to feel the warmth of your body. Remember, in science, heat is a form of energy. So if you can feel the warmth within your body, you can feel the energy within your body. So it's that simple. If you want to feel energy, just feel the warmth within your body. If you can feel the warmth of your body, you can feel the energy within your body. Now I want you to visualize miles and miles of nerves flowing throughout your entire physical body. Nerves flowing down your spine, throughout your torso, throughout your arms, into your hands, into your fingers, down your leg, into your feet, into your very tips of your toes, like roots of a tree. Imagine miles and miles of nerves flowing throughout your entire physical body. Now we want to systematically withdraw energy towards a central location. So we do this in a step-by-step process. Let's start with the left foot. And if you can't feel your left foot, just wiggle your left toes a little bit so you know where your left foot is. Okay. Now I want you to visualize all the energy in your left toes being absorbed into the nervous system. The same way the roots of a tree would suck up water and nutrients from the ground and draw it into the roots and send it to the trunk. We want to draw all the energy from our left leg and send it into our spine. Our spine is the center, and that's where we want to gather all this energy. So imagine all the energy in your toes being gathered into the nervous system. It's flowing inward and upward. It's flowing through your foot, flowing through your left foot, flowing up your left ankle, flowing up your left calf, your leg, flowing through your left knee, your left thigh, and into your spine. If you find that your awareness is drifting away and you're thinking about something else, gently and lovingly bring it back. Don't become frustrated with this process. If you're not used to concentration, it's going to take a little while to do so. Bring your awareness back to the practice. Draw all your energy from your left leg into your spine. Now become aware of your right leg. Become aware of the nervous system within your right toes. Energy being absorbed into the nervous system, flowing inward and upward through your right foot, your right ankle, flowing up your right leg, through your calf, through your right knee, up your right thigh, and into your spine. Feel all the energy in your right leg being drawn into your spine. Okay? We're gathering all our energy into our spine, which is our center. Now become aware of your left hand. Become aware of your left fingers, the energy within your left fingers being absorbed into the nervous system, flowing inward and upward down your fingers towards the palm of your hand, flowing through the palm of your hand, through your entire left arm, through your left shoulder, through your entire left torso, and into your spine. Okay? And if you can feel this happening, great. If you can't feel this happening, it's okay. Visualize this process taking place. Visualization is a big part of meditation. Become aware of your right hand now, your right fingers, the nervous system within your right fingers. Feel the energy being absorbed into the nervous system, flowing inward and upward through your right palm, your right wrist, throughout your entire right arm, all the way into your right shoulders, through your right torso, and into your spine. Your spine is your center. You're gathering all your energy into a central location. Hold that energy in your spine, and if you cannot feel your spine, gently move your back from left to right so you can see where your spine is, and hold that energy there. Keep your awareness on your spine. Where awareness goes, that's where your energy flows. So if you can keep your awareness in your spine, that's where your energy will be flowing. Let's meditate on courage today. A lot of people have fear in their lives, so we don't want to meditate on fear, we want to meditate on courage. The way to meditate on courage is to remember the last time you felt the experience of being courageous. And if you have not had that experience, remember watching it on a TV show or a movie. What did the experience of courage feel like? Hold that feeling in your mind. Allow that feeling in your mind now to permeate into the energy in your spine. All that energy that's gathered in your spine now needs to be filled with that feeling of courage. The same way when you have a meeting and you gather all employees into the meeting room, there's a very clearly outlined agenda. Meditation needs a goal as well. And our goal this morning for meditation is courage. So now that you've gathered all your energy in your spine, you want to infuse that energy with the feeling of courage. So hold courage in your mind, become aware of it, let it infuse the energy in your spine, fill it with that feeling of courage, and hold it there for a moment. If you find your awareness drifting away, gently and lovingly bring it back. Okay? Use your will to hold your awareness on your spine. Drifts away, bring it back. Hold it steady, be concentrated. Now we want to send this energy that's gathered in our spine, that's infused with a feeling of courage, back into our body again. The same way that after you have a meeting with your employees or with your team, you allow them to go back to their various departments, right? So now we need to send our energy back into our spine again, and we do that in a systematic process. So now let's send energy out of our spine through our right torso. So visualize energy flowing out of your spine through your right torso, through your right shoulder, flowing down your right arm, all the way into your right wrist, your right palm, and your right fingers. Feel your entire upper right-hand side of your body being permeated with this renewed energy and the feeling of courage. Energy flowing out of your spine now through your left torso, through your left shoulder, flowing down your left arm, into your left wrist, and into your left fingers. Feel the entire upper left-hand side of your body filled with this renewed energy and the feeling of courage. Energy flowing out of your spine now, down your right leg. We're going in a reverse process, flowing down your right leg, down your right thigh, your right knee, all the way down your right leg, into your ankles, into your right foot, and all the way into your right toes. And feel your entire right leg filled with this renewed energy and the feeling of courage. Energy flowing out of our spine now, down our left leg, through our left thigh, our left knee, down our left leg, into our left foot, and into our left toes. And again, feel your entire left leg filled with this renewed energy and the feeling of courage. Your eyes are still closed. You're concentrated. If you find your awareness drifting away, bring it back. Use your willpower. Use your powers of concentration. Hold your awareness here. Keep it steady. Feel your entire physical body filled with this renewed energy and the feeling of courage. The same way that when you attend a meeting, there's a clear agenda, everybody's on the same page, and then you send them back out to do their work. You just did the same thing with your energy. You drew it into your spine, which is your meeting room. You had a clear agenda. You infused your energy with that feeling, and now you sent it back out into your body again. Now slowly open your eyes and adjust yourselves to your surroundings, and you can lean back into your chairs. So this is a really simple meditation practice that's extremely powerful. I've been doing this practice for the last 2.5 decades, and I haven't modified it one bit. Meditation is about doing the same thing over and over and over again. And the deeper and deeper the more and more you repeat the practice, the deeper and deeper you actually get into it. If you watch professional athletes, you watch a professional tennis player at Wimbledon, right before the finals, he's warming up on the tennis court. Do you see him trying trick serves, or does he practice just serving the ball the same way he does every single day? It's the same serve, right? Even though it's the Wimbledon finals, he practices the same serves. How many times has he done it? 1,000, 10,000, probably hundreds of thousands of times. It's about mastering a practice. It's not about beginning a new practice. It's about mastering one practice through repetition. Okay? Meditation is a pilgrimage within yourself to your higher self. Meditation is a pilgrimage within just you, for you to get to know the higher version of you. To know yourself is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. We all have a superconscious mind, a higher state of mind that exists at any given point in time in our life. We only need to access it. And your ability to access your higher states of mind will make a tremendous difference in your life. I'll leave you with 2 quotes that my wonderful guru shared with me that will really help you with your practice of meditation. In your pursuit of meditation, and as you dive within yourself and see all the beautiful things inside of you and all the not so beautiful things inside of you, keep one thing in mind: proceed with confidence. Don't stop. Keep your willpower, keep focus, and keep going forward. Proceed with confidence. And remember, the main reason for meditation is for you to become in tune with your higher nature. And the reason we want to do that is because life is meant to be lived joyously. It truly is. You have one life. Regardless of what your faith is, what your background is, whether you believe in reincarnation or one life, or there's nothing that happens after life, you have one life as you are. And life is not short, but life is finite. It definitely is finite. I don't believe life is short, but I do believe life is finite. And my goal is to live a joyous life. And the way to live a joyous life is to become in tune with the highest version of you, and meditation allows you to do that. Thank you very much, everyone.
Life